YouTube. I'm going to do a little live. I felt it was an appropriate thing to do, so I'm going to be a little different. I'm going to turn the camera around here a second. I got the monitor there, and I'm going to show you, we're kind of preparing for the storm. In case that blows right into us, it can have, 80-mile-an-hour winds. So I don't think it's going to be very bad, but you got to take precautions, accordingly. And I just booked in a marina. Marty's booked into a marina for the actual day of. And I'm going to kind of use this video to show you what the planning is, but along with that, I will use this to kind of show you how I generally plan my moves and stuff. So I think this will be pretty interesting. I'm going to turn the camera around. Let me bring it up here. FYI. Let's see here. Oh, I was going to show you, just doing a little, I've been all morning here working on my just a little sampling here.
This little bay anchovy has, you can see how large its mouth is, and if you can see inside, you can see these little gill breakers.
This is the software that I use, Premiere Pro, but anyways, I've been working on that all morning, so let me click off of that. Get back over here. All right, I'm gonna go, oh, sorry about that. Well, that's the first time I've done that. I'm gonna go through a list here of softwares that I use to travel. This is probably gonna be very helpful to a few people. Let me move this back. It's kind of got a lot of boats out there today, so I can imagine that y'all can imagine it's we got boats going by, kind of rough, whatever, but anyways. All right, so let me tilt this on back a little more so you can see these tabs up here. All right, I got a list of tabs up here pinned in. Let me do one thing. Let me pull this up. God dang it, that's twice. Why it keeps doing that? Oh, I see. Alright, I won't do that again. Let me pin one YouTube channel over here so I can make sure the audio looks good, or the video looks good. Go to my channel and do a check real quick. Make sure everything is good. Yep, that doesn't look too bad. Okay. All right. I'll move it around as time goes on. Let me do a little bit here. See what that does. So these are different tabs, and y'all know how to pin tabs in. I pin in certain tabs here that I use for all my navigation. And some of the ones I got is Google Maps. Let's see. Actually, right there. That was for windy. I use Google Maps. I'll be one of the things that we use. We've got a boat coming by, a little rocky. And this is where we are now. The value of Google Maps, hopefully that glare is not too bad, guys. Hopefully that glare, I see it too. Not sure where it's coming from though. I'm trying to figure out where that glare is coming from. It's probably good enough to see it. I don't think I can get that out. So with Google Maps, and I'll answer some questions, guys, in a little bit. Let me get through this right quick. The value of Google Maps, obviously, is seeing the waterways for the way that they are. Because a lot of times when you go to these other maps, like Navionics or Garmin, these are all different maps. They don't really show you the detail of what the actual water is. So Google Maps, you can't beat it. So we're right here in the harbor. Y'all, we're about right here, right there. And they shot the fireworks off from over here last night. Those that are watching, They shot fireworks off of this whole island right here. But anyway, so Google Maps is one. The next thing that I use is Navionics. Navionics is what's called the web app. It has real good for looking at things more in detail. So let me show you where we are. So this is Adams Creek, and we are right here behind the island at Sugarloaf, right here, just like I showed you on Google Maps. So what we're going to do is come out around here and go up Adams Creek tomorrow, up, and then go out, cross over the Neuse River, and then go out to Oriental. Now, Marty's anchored up right here in the Adams Creek. The thing is, just depending upon what happens, the town of Oriental has got 2 free docks, here and here. And I think I'm gonna go ahead. I've got both he and I both have spots in at a marina, at this Oriental Marina right there, for one night. It looks like Thursday, by Friday morning it's going to blow over. And so let me go show you what I'm looking at. Windy is the other map that we use for showing you wind. And down here on the bottom, let's see, you may not be able to see it. Let me scan. I may have to move this thing around. Oh, sorry guys. Down here on the bottom, get my cursor down there, you can scan through the days. See how you starting to see that storm down here? And then you can scan through the days. This is Wednesday night, and then Thursday, and you tell it's building up on Thursday, and we remember we're right here. So last night, and this is subject to change, because last night it showed it out here just off the coast. Now it shows it really more inland, like actually where we're moving to. It shows it, let me come in closer, it actually shows the eye being more inland, and the Neuse River it shows, and we'll be right there, and it shows the eye being up here. Now that can change, that's the problem. But in any respect, we'll be in a marina, whether it comes over or not. And then that could change things about like where we go. Like if it was to maybe change and the winds are forecasted to be bad, we would just maybe go to a different marina. New Bern up here, it has a marina that is very well protected. So there's some options there. And you can't worry about it till it gets closer. The problem is there's a fine line between booking your marina, because everybody's thinking the same thing, and they're all going to book their marina. So you got to sort of take a choice and get in one. There's another one up here, right in here. It doesn't show it on this map, but there's another one right here, which is another option. It's even more protected, but it looks like Oriental is going to be a quite good deal. But windy, I don't find that you can beat it, because you can scroll, and then as you can see by Friday, by midday it's already blue, and the storm has moved off by Friday. So probably Friday we're going to move on around and get up to that other cheaper marina. It's further up here in this waterway, so that we're ready to bounce across the Pamlico Sound. All right, so that's has to do with wind. And you notice what's cool about it is you can really go in tight and see what the actual, I don't know if y'all can see them. Yeah, you can. It'll actually show you, and I'm telling you, Windy is pretty freaking close. Windy saved me one time, because I seen a storm because it'll scroll about 2 weeks out, and I seen a storm down when I was in the Keys excuse me, 2 weeks out, and started making plans, and they didn't start talking about it for another week, and I had already had my plans made. So the problem is with any of them, they can bounce around. So All right, so that's one. Now let's show you. So now, let's say you're trying to figure out where you're going. The two that I like, the two apps that I use the most is Garmin and Navionics. Both have their strong points, and you'd probably and you can go to each one of these. This is called webapp.navionics.com. And what I'll do is, when this video is over, I'll come back and put these in the comments. So if y'all want to take a look at them, they're very beneficial and they're free. And then Garmin didn't used to be as good as it is, but now it's better in showing all like the different docks. Free dock, like you see here, it's showing that there's a free dock there in Oriental. So that's pretty cool. All right. So that one is Garmin, and then also Active Captain is the cool thing about this one. What I'm finding over, especially, is it'll show you, like, because this is real time. A lot of people are putting these things in here, and if there's a shoal, let's say that there's a shoal, because it'd probably take me a while to find one, but you'll see where someone has put in that there's a shoal, let's say right here, and there was a shoal that came up. If anybody in Active Captain passes that, they'll put a mark there and saying shoal, and that's helped me see a couple in our trips that's done pretty well and maybe helped save us from running aground. All right, so this is the same area but in Navionics. You notice where Navionics shows you, it shows you the ICW, which is this pink line that you see coming up through here, and so you could sit down and plan your trip out. This pink line, ICW line's also on the on my chart plotter, and like you can see, it shows you going up through this creek, and this is where that one dock is. That's pretty close, pretty cheap. It's like 50 cents a foot, and you can click on this. Click on the side, and it'll show you what the contact information usually. That one does not showing it. Let's see. Let's go back. Maybe it's this one over here. There you go. It's got a contact number, and it'll have other information, restaurant, bar. But I know from searching another site that I'll show you that is a very cheap dock, and then it's in a little very protected river before the Pamlico Sound River, where we'll go up in there. All right, so let me show you another one. Thought I could just hope this camera would be able to set by itself, but it ain't gonna do it. Not you be able to see it all. All right, so again, then you could use Google Maps to look. Let's say here's a prime example. If you want to see if an area is shallow, you can often go to Google Maps and scroll in, and you'll see like this little spot right here. If you thought you could go up in this little Jonaquin Creek, but you see there's a shoal right there. See that shoal? So that's where this is does its own thing. You get that satellite view. And there's other ones that have that, but this is, I just really count on it a lot. Piggly Wiggly, it shows the cool thing about, the map. You can scroll in and you can look at restaurants or marinas. You can type it in, it'll show you all that. So no replacing Google Maps. Now, another one that I use is called the Waterway Guide. And the Waterway Guide will show you lots of good things like anchorages. Let me back out of this one. Come up here. And it's got these areas when you click on this over here, it shows up over here. And it'll show you different things that's in that area. That's Pamlico River. So when you scan in, so here we go, Oriental, All these little things that are showing you right here is showing up on this sidebar over here. So then you can click on them and see what it is. Shows you the different marinas. Shows you like Oriental Marinas in there. There's another marina over there, and if you click on that, you can get the number, whatever. So this is a great one, the Waterway guide. And then another one is called ICW Freedocks. All right, I've clicked on one, so let me come off of this one. Hang on just a second. So you notice how you see these blue marks? Now this is ICW Freedocks. And let me click off of that. ICW Freedocks. This is another site that you can go to, and it's kind of cool because it breaks down the Freedocks on the ICW. So we knew that Morehead City, where we were, had Freedocks, and if I clicked on it, it shows up over on the right, and it gives you all the information that you might need. All right, and then also the same thing, it's going to show you Oriental up there. So watch, when I click on it, it'll change over to the left. So then it'll tell you right here, Oriental, located on the Neuse River, directly across ICW is the Freedocks for 48 hours, llama. So it tells you all the details. This one's listed, this is that one I'm telling you that's listed in Mayo, and they call it DNF, dang near free, at 40 cents a foot. It's actually, I guess, just a seafood docks, but they supposed to be pretty decent. But you could go in on them and look at them, and it changes the map, changes, and you see them docks, them real long docks, and they're pretty darn cheap. So that's another good spot. And as you can see, if you see big boats in there, then you know it's pretty deep. And obviously with those big boats, and that, see how long that dock is. And then it's not even really a town. The nearest town's called Hoboken. We had a meetup yesterday, and we was talking about where it was, and I said it's pretty much out in BFE, but the nearest town was called Hoboken, and we ain't talking New York. So that's Waterway guy, or ICW Freedocks, and this is just another section of it. So those are the things that I primarily use to plan my moves. Let me go back to one thing I've just realized I forgot. I need to show you, this is a real important feature. So anytime you're planning a move, you got to know what the distance is, right? You got to know what you're getting, what you move at, and then you can sort of determine what kind of distance you got. All right, so from here, remember, we're right in here right now. So over here on the right side is a measuring tool. You click on that, and this thing pops up. You take the slider or the pin, you put it at one point, and then the other pin, move it down here, and that's 0.4 miles, so half a mile. You could literally do this the whole trip. So it's basically a mile from where we're anchored now around this. And then you could move it up here. That's about another mile. So what, 2 miles? There's 3 miles. We'll call that 2, so 5 miles. 1 is 6 miles. And then because that straightens out, you could just go ahead and pull the pin. So 6 and 8, 14.3 miles. And then to that little spot there, add you another. So it's about, I don't know, depends exactly, 15 to 17 miles, depends on exactly where you go. And then, let's say you were looking at this river and you didn't know how big the Neuse River was. Anytime I want to start over, I just click off and click back on. You want to see how wide this Neuse River is. Pull the pin here, and then grab the other side and pull it over to the other side, and you're about 4 miles to cross, maybe 3.5 to cross the Neuse River. So it gives you an idea of how long it's going to take you to get across the river, or how wide it is, so you can determine fetch, like how much potential wind area you have to build up. So yeah, so let me answer some questions. Hopefully that gives y'all some good info, those that are thinking traveling. I'll leave that on there for now, and let me go to the questions. Afternoon, Ken. Hello, Reddy. Good morning. Swax. Hello to you, John. This is going to be important content. Yes, sir. I believe it is. I'm probably going to do another video about it. You know how you can edit videos a little easier, and I can record my screen and all that. So I'll do another video, but this is just, I thought would be a good time for a live stream to show y'all, plus with the storm coming. Dean, that was a great live stream last night. Thank you. Yep, I enjoyed that, man. They sure know how to put on a freaking fireworks display here, man. That was very cool, very impressive, very impressive. If y'all ever down this way, Morehead City, July the 4th, y'all seen all the boats. Good gracious, that harbor was full of boats out there. I bet, I don't know, there had to have been 500 boats, I guess. That'd be my guess. Y'all, hey, if y'all don't mind, and 58 people, and hit that thumbs up right quick if you like the content. Give me a thumbs up, share it. Let's see. Mike, try tilting the screen to yours should help to glare. Dang it, I should have seen that earlier, Ken. That probably would have been a good idea. I probably couldn't. Let me do that now. Look at there. That moved it up a little bit. Moved it up a little bit. And I got all the curtains down. I got everything down, trying to make it nice and dark in here. Or shades, I should say. Hudson, good afternoon, Cap, from Central Michigan. Rod K. At work in the ER today. All right, brother, keep up the good work. Loretti, is that upgraded software on Garmin? No, I believe that's just regular web app. You can just go. Again, I'll copy the link and put it in the comment or in the description when the video goes live or goes to regular feed. So I'll shoot all these to you. It'll all be in the comment section. Let's see. Darren, hello from Tennessee. Tell Marty hello. I should see him probably about Thursday or so. Prepare well and be safe. RPM Sailor, will do. That's what we're being prudent and thinking ahead. You know what I'm saying? So that if something's going to jump off, we'll be ready for it. Let's see. WFD, good idea, Captain Mike. It's raining in Naples now from the outer bands. Okay, she's headed your way this week. Yep, looks like about Thursday evening should come over top of us. Buck Rogers, what's happening, buddy? Staying dry. Luke, still in Morehead City? Yes, sir. I will be here till tomorrow morning. I thought about moving around the corner tonight. I'm going to do some fueling, but I'm just going to stay till in the morning since I already got anchor down, and then we'll get back underway tomorrow. I got one more oil change to do. I didn't do the other one the other day. I'm going to do that this afternoon. But I'm also working on videos, so I'm going to try to get this one video out today or tomorrow. Jay Hen, good morning or good afternoon. Byron, just got a line. When do you think you'll be in Oriental? Should be in Oriental certainly by, say, I would guess Wednesday, if not tomorrow. I'll do a live when I'm there and you'll know it. Kayak 7 Seas, what's happening, buddy? Be safe. I will. We will. Chaz, where's Marty at now? He is up that creek. What's the name? What did I say the name of it was? For some reason, I have a hard time. Adams Creek. For some reason, I have a hard time remembering that name. Adams Creek. Byron, I was near the band last night watching the same fireworks. Ate dinner right across from you around 6 p.m. Okay, cool deal. Speedway and Oriental usually have cheap fuel. Well, the thing is, I'm going to be already fueled up, and I'm going to leave my truck here in Morehead City, and then probably one of the guys came to the meetup yesterday, said they would help bounce it later in the week, so hopefully that comes through, and then we'll get her moved on up some midweek, something like that. So if not, I'll be putting out for some help if anybody's in the area. So anybody that is in the area is interested in help moving the truck, y'all know, shoot me a email at Mike. I'm gonna pin it up in the comments, Mike at michaeljsteen.com. Just put that in the comment there. I'm gonna pin that. So it's pinned at the top. Anybody that's in the area. So it sounds like there's gonna be a couple. So anyways, I hope that gives you some information, gives you a little update what we're working with today. I think tomorrow I'll do a slow get underway after I get fueled up and up Adams Creek, and y'all will watch, going up Adams Creek. I may anchor one night there where Marty's at, and then move across. Let me see, what are we? So tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, probably will, and then move across Wednesday over to Oriental if everything goes well. All right, guys, hope that's good information for you. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up, and then we'll move on. Let me turn this camera around. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll go ahead and get this show on the road. I'll be doing some more editing videos rest of the day. Do just a couple little projects. Again, I got my light I got to put on, and then finish my oil, and that's about it for today. Byron, I'll let you know. I'll do a live. You'll obviously be seeing it, every day. Of course, I'm doing the July live stream 30-day challenge, so I'm gonna live stream every day, and then certain ones will be like stuff like this information, and of course some will be while we're underway. So again, hope y'all at home with family enjoying it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna continue to hang out. There's a dog over in the water. I guess he's chasing a ball. Hope that's what he's doing. This current can get kind of rough around here. There was some girls swam this way down to this little sandbar, and they got back about right here. I was watching them from the other side, went to go for my dinghy because I could tell they weren't making any progress, and a guy stopped in a boat and pulled them about another 100 yards. They would have never made it up through there. But anyways, yeah, I'll have the shot glass back. So I guess probably tomorrow I'll go find me some rum, and then one of them days we're gonna do that rum shot on the shot glass. All right, guys, y'all have a great rest of your 4th of July weekend, I guess, and we'll see y'all later.